Hey, friend.
Hey, buddy. What's up, bro? Yo, fucking.
Damn, bro.
So, do you know what really pisses me off?
A lot of things.
And yeah, you're right, a lot of things. But what really pissed me off recently, when we went to go.
Was I with you?
Yeah.
Nice.
When we went to go watch Smile.
First of all, 6.8 out of 10.
I'd say 7.5. I liked it. It scared me sometimes. But some of the most important scary stuff didn't scare me.
But yeah, you thought it was a 7.1?
7.5.
7.5?
There's some scary stuff in there, but what pissed me off was usually the first big scare in a movie sets the tone, right?
It's an important one.
It's an important one.
Yeah.
Sets the tone because you're like, you know what? This is the kind of vibes we're on. And it also sets the tone in how gory it's going to be.
Yeah, it's
right?
like a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
First entree, it better be decent.
Because if it's not, then I'm not going to be excited for my
Main course.
And if my main course isn't good,
then
I'm sure as fuck not getting dessert.
Dessert's just fucking shaving nice with a drop of maple syrup.
And you're not getting a tip. You know how they say send my compliments to the chef? Send my disrespect to the chef.
Yeah, and give me my money back.
100%. I'm throwing a fucking stink.
But yeah, Gabe, it was the first important gory scene or scary scene came on, and then what happened, man? And tell the world what fucking happened when we were together beside each other watching this film.
Jesus Christ, this pisses me the fuck off. So, we're watching this movie, and first this guy comes up. I think it was over to Sienna's side.
Yeah,
and he's asking for our tickets, or he asked her for essentially being like, are you in the right spot? All that shit, right? Little does this guy know that the following 7 people beside her on this row were all together.
No idea.
Little does he know the first person he spoke to bought all the tickets. So that person is the ticket holder, okay?
He couldn't, and he picked the worst time.
Oh, he picked the worst time because it was literally as the first big scary death moment is happening. And then so he talks to Sienna for a little bit, and then he comes over to me, and he's like, "Can I see your ticket?" And I look up at him, and I'm like, "You just spoke to the fucking person that's holding them."
Because if you didn't know, sir, we live in the 21st century, and paper is starting to die.
Yeah. If you think I'm coming to the movie theater and buying my ticket at the theater, you're fucking out to lunch.
Right?
Straight up.
Who does that?
Who does that? Not me. Seniors. They also get a hefty discount. Which, by the way, it was Tuesday, so we got a discount. Okay? I get it. It's Tuesday. You get a discount. You're going to the movies. It's cheaper. The experience shouldn't be fucking worse. You know what I mean? That makes no sense. You're
paying less. I'm going to make sure you don't enjoy this movie.
Yeah. And then, not even, so, and then when I look back up at the screen, the first death is already, literally a girl is on the floor with blood just dripping out of her neck. And I'm and we looked at each other and we're like,
yeah, thanks, sir. You fucked it up for all of us.
Yeah, we fucking missed this. We're cheesed.
And you know what's the best part about that story? You know exactly what I'm going to tell you. So he does that. Yeah. He walks away. Movie keeps playing. All right.
Movie plays for maybe 5 minutes more. Not even.
And then this guy comes around and just bends over in front of Gabe, and his ass is right on his face.
His ass is in my face, okay?
So not only did you get a bad experience watching the movie, but you also got pink eye.
I got pink eye. And just before I fucking mistakenly ate this guy's ass, they paused the movie, dude. They paused it. And
wow.
When we were watching it, I'm watching.
I got scared.
I got scared too because right after they unpaused it, okay, this is how it happened, right? So it's slowly panning into this girl's face, right? Or zooming in.
She's against her fridge or
against
the wall,
her fridge,
right?
Yeah. And we already thought there was gonna be a jump scare because it was one of those shots, a side shot where she had the fridge open and she's getting wine or whatever. And I thought to myself, okay, she's gonna close the door and something's gonna be on the other side.
Be right there.
That's just what it's gonna be. The moment the fridge closed and there was nothing there, which is spoiler but not really spoiler, I thought to myself, okay, they faked us. It's gonna happen right now, right after this, because they want you to think that it's gonna happen. Nothing happens, you get relaxed, and then right after something happens, right? So she closes the fridge, leans up against it, slowly starts to zoom into her face, and then the movie just pauses. And we all thought it froze, and I'm thinking to myself, It's 2020.
We thought it was originally part of the movie.
Yeah.
And we're just like, oh god, like she's like going
it's just
through something.
The
and
build
she's
up,
just
the
like,
build up,
"Meh."
and then it just
And
like
the lights turn on.
the lights turn
and
on.
then the same manager who interrupted the first killing scene, made you eat his ass.
Yeah.
Is now screaming at the entire theater.
Screaming at everyone, being like, if you're not in your right seat, go to your right seat. I'm not gonna ask you guys again, yada yada yada. You have like you have
Cineplex.
5 minutes right now, do it. And you just see bare people getting up. Walk of shame.
Cineplex.
But also, sit in your own fucking seat, dude.
Give
You
us
selected your seat, sit in it. Like I don't get it.
Give us some reimbursement, bro.
Facts, like that's
on
not good, bro.
on worldwide communications right now. What are we demanding from Cineplex based off that terrific experience?
Oh, and to make it better, we are in Ultra AVX, so it's not even like we're in a normal theater.
Shit's plus 10 every aspect.
Yeah, and I would love another seat or another ticket to any other movie in Ultra
D-box.
AVX. D-box, yeah.
Give me
Upgrade
D-box and give me alcohol.
Yeah.
Bitch.
And also throw in some popcorn. God knows it's already $30.
You know how much I paid for a medium?
How much?
$8.46.
You know how much I paid for my dumbass combo that I literally ate not even an inch off of the top?
What?
$24.
That's disgusting.
And it was I got a large popcorn, which I didn't realize until after I paid for it because I don't need a large. So I literally, once I realized how big it was, I'm like, well, this is going to my niece and my nephew because I'm not going to finish this. And then I got a drink and a snack of your choice.
They say that's where movie theaters make the most money is in the actual
the concessions,
where they
yeah.
literally perform legal scams.
$9 for one single hot dog. Are you fried?
And if you go back through the evolution of time, right? Then you go back to the first cultivators of corn, which were probably the Mayans, right? Do you think they would be disappointed that that's how their heritage ended up evolving?
That now it's
Toonie Tuesday. That's one thing I wanted to tell you about, bro.
Why?
Do you remember the pre-inflation pleasures, bro? Toonie Tuesday?
Yeah.
You could go to fucking KFC and buy 2 pieces of chicken, drumstick, 2 drumsticks,
some fries,
and
a drink.
What did you need? A coin?
1 coin. That's it.
And you get a whole ass meal. Might be yesterday's chicken. I don't care. Tastes the same.
Tastes the same. Why? Because it's already been dead for the past month and a half. So
that's a good segue into something we wanted to discuss today. So you mentioned it's something that's been dead already for the past month.
Yeah.
Right? Cryopreservation.
Yeah, dude, fuck, man. Okay. What's up with that?
Just a little fact I wanted to throw out at you. Did you know it was invented in 1948?
48?
Yeah.
That's
when that literally was invented, 1948,
really?
when the first humans were cryopreserved.
That's crazy. I didn't know
That's so long ago, bro.
That is long ago.
It's probably just some brick styrofoam human length fucking container full of ice cubes, and there's just
that's what I'm trying to think.
Fucking, army soldier just fucking
you know what I mean? But that actually makes me think it's because technology has only gotten better, right? It's what was that technology like back there? Were they literally just okay, we're gonna take your body and we're gonna put you in a tub with ice and we're just gonna freeze everything and then we're gonna kind of pop you out like an ice tray and just put you in a big fridge, you know what I mean? How did it? What was the standard back then?
I was reading up on it, and there was some scientist that was studying that type of world or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then I think they just fucking the 40s, they were literally drilling holes into people's heads, in Germany, the Nazis and shit, right? They were doing all those human experiments and shit.
They're also trying to experiment with they would take twins and experiment with cloning, which is fucked. That's literally something out of a movie, bro.
That's fucked up, bro.
That's fucking insane.
So right now there's 500 people that are in that one company, cryopreservation.
Yeah, probably way more.
There's more companies, but 500 people are frozen right now on Earth.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah,
for sure. And the twisted thing about that is you sign up for this, right?
Yeah.
But you don't know if it's gonna work. But then again, you're already dead, right?
But are they dead, or do they freeze them just before? Do they put
So-
them into like a coma and then freeze them?
There's a small percentage of people that did that, but then there's the majority of people are actually dead, and then
Okay.
they have their body fucking just preserved.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you die healthy. And I know it sounds weird, but you get what
You
I
can
mean.
die healthy.
Like
Yeah.
you can just die of old age, right?
Yeah.
Like
Queen.
R.I.P. And
But yeah.
I guess the whole point of it is to wait for the technology to evolve to the point where they can A, get defrosted,
Yeah.
B, get fucking brought back to life, and C, fucking, I guess, reverse the aging or...
I think it's like let's say you got like stage 4 cancer, right? Like you got like a couple weeks left.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's like, okay, so put me on ice and then bring me back out when you can cure this, and then cure me, and then I'll live my life.
But then it's like,
What if like
they didn't freeze you properly and you're just... They open the
You
chamber
feel
and it's just
everything.
full of water?
yeah. Oh Jesus Christ. That's the smell would be horrible. But like
Oh, we fucked up. Don't tell Jimmy's family.
bro, but like imagine you get defrosted and you think to yourself like oh, like this is sick. I'm gonna fucking be fine. Like you're waking up, you're like, oh, all right, this is it. Like it's gonna be sick, and then just the most brick situation ever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like boom, you're sold into like slavery by
Yeah.
robots.
No, literally. Or like...
Then what, bro? Like put me back? Like
And
I don't know
you're-
what to tell you.
And the thing, and it's kind of selfish in a way because, okay, you're waiting for a better future, right? But
Yeah.
what about your family that wasn't frozen with you, right? So,
Oh, they're
or the
gone.
people you care about. So essentially, you're gonna wake up in a
Yeah.
world that doesn't have anyone you knew, or is completely demolished,
Yeah.
or it's completely different than what you're used to, bro.
Yeah.
One of the first people, let's say they were frozen in 1950 and they come back in 2050.
Mm-hmm.
Can they even adapt to that new lifestyle?
Yeah, what's the Earth gonna be like? You know what I mean? In terms like, what if like the oxygen now is kind of less, and you're not accustomed to it? Because when you were alive, the ozone layer was thicker. You know what I mean? Like what are living conditions like, bro?
And even more like, and let's say the living conditions are the same. What about the evolution of technology, right? Like,
Yeah.
our grandparents are fighting for their life to use Facebook, right? So
Yeah.
now imagine you were frozen in 1950, come back in 2070. What
What about diseases, bro? You've been on ice for like
Oh,
over
bro.
100 years. Your body is now like not immune to a lot of shit, or maybe the diseases that we had back, like when you went into like being frozen. All those like have been like solved, but then now there's a bunch of new ones, and you're not
Fucking
your body's
COVID.
not adapted. Yeah. Well,
COVID
COVID is like with the variants and shit, right?
Yeah, because
So,
COVID's
like-
been around, but hypothetically, right?
Hypothetically.
If COVID evolves into what it is now, there's going to be something else in 50 years, right?
Yeah.
So,
And what if you needed to have gone through COVID to have that now kind of like
a prerequisite
for this now thing that is worse.
And since you got COVID, it's now not going to kill you because your body's now gone through these stages of
Exactly.
like fucking illnesses or diseases.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real tricky, bro. I feel like the only correct way that could make sense is if there's a transition of being defrosted, and then somehow your conscious is now moved to like
A different body.
different body,
Yeah.
or like a artificial body, because there's two tier. There's so many cryopreservation things going on. So like I was reading online, the whole body, for you to do that shit to your whole body, it's about $200K. But
Fuck that, bro.
Right.
That's a lot of money, dude. For something that might not even work.
right? So it could just be a scam. It's like, yo,
Yeah.
let's build a warehouse, freeze all these people,
Yeah.
charge them $200,000. We could burn the warehouse and we still have the money.
And they'll never know.
And they'll never know. Then the brain, you could just do your brain, which is weird,
Mm-hmm.
right? But you could do your brain, it's around $80K. So then that's like, you're gonna really need some next fucking technology to just
Then
do
I'll
your
put you in
brain.
another body, yeah.
Because then you're like, it's just your brain, bro. You're not you anymore. What we were talking about
But yo-
on Thanksgiving.
What if okay, so like imagine this scenario, right? They put you in and it's like, hey, when you can put my brain in another human's body, bring me out, right? all right, sick. You signed the fucking paper, but then there's probably like a terms and conditions where it's like, if there's really no other option, and we just haven't figured it out by like X amount of years, whatever you can put me in, or whatever it may be. See if you can bring me back. If not, if we're not there at all, just off me, right? Throw me in the garbage can.
Which, in a way, you're already off, so it's like...
You're not going to feel it, right?
Nah.
But, like, imagine there is, like, we just figure, like, okay, we can't put another brain into the human's body, but, like, Neuralink, we can merge it with, like, a robot brain, and we're going to put you in a robot. And then you wake up, bro, and you're literally, like, Arnie in Terminator. And you're like, what the fuck? Oh, I can't even kill myself because I'm more robot. Like,
and it's like...
What is this, bro?
And then it kind of evolves into, like a hell in a way, right? Because now it's like you signed the paperwork in 1970
and now you got to live this permanently forever because you can't die.
Oh, I'm a robot. I'm going to jump into Lake Ontario to fry all my electrical components.
No,
I'm waterproof. Oh, I'm going to kill myself. Oh, actually, my body has an anti self-destruction feature. Yeah. I can't do that. Okay.
Well, I guess I'm fucked.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Now what, bro?
Like, bro, that'd be so brick. Like,
would you freeze yourself?
Do I want to keep living, bro? I don't know, man. Like, that sounds not like that.
You mean once your time is up?
Yeah, like, do you want to
play with death, right? Do you want to be God? Essentially, you're playing God, right? Because you're but then again, that's tied with Neuralink, right? Because now it's an evolution, right? In the 50s, their mindset was, oh, we'll freeze ourselves to reach a future where we can heal, improve, continue. Now we're alive, and we might be able to reach that objective with Neuralink, because now it's like, okay, you don't have to freeze yourself to have longevity. Now you're gonna have a chip that plays with your subconscious and your spirit or your whatever we are. And then if that can get uploaded to the cloud and then just upload it to somewhere else, then but just digitally.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd want all that shit.
I don't know either, but I kind of want to.
Like, I would want it, like if I could do it, and then if I just don't like it, I could just ethically off myself. But there's, like, you can't really. I don't know. Like, maybe I would do it. Maybe I'd play with it.
Would you do it for a bigger purpose? So, for example, to extend the possibility of endless human life and colonization of other worlds? Because then you have a purpose, right?
Yeah.
You're immortal in a robot body, but now you're like traveling in space.
If I'm doing fun, active shit, yeah, sure. But if I'm going to be on this same brick planet when all our resources are dried out, bro, and it's literally something like Elysium, bro, I don't want to do that.
No.
I will gladly off myself.
But if they send you to Mars for you to build a habitable place, then that's a different story.
You're going to have to send me to somewhere cooler than Mars, bro.
Mars is brick.
I've seen the pictures of Mars. I'm going to be honest, don't want to go there. It's maybe if I could go to like what is it, Venus, where it rains diamonds, that would be kind of neat. You know what I mean? Send me to another like cool planet, but don't just send me to a planet. Okay, you know what? Actually, this is what I would do. Don't send me to a planet just to explore. Mm-hmm. Even though as cool as that would be, I just don't like. Bring me back if there's like, okay, there's a different alien species, and we're kind of starting to like intermingle and
You're
like
a fucking freak.
Not
bro.
intermingle like that, bro. No, I'm saying
my dog over here wants the avatar tail
fuck
with
off.
some fucking.
No, bro. What I mean is like
you're dirty.
Like meeting other aliens and like being able to see what they're like and like and then now it's like aliens live on Earth and we live on whatever planet and we're like a cross-planetary species. That,
so like, kind of like a Star Trek,
something like Star Wars. Right? Yeah, that would be sick. And if I can have my own ship that I fly around and like. If I could be a space pirate, that's dope, bro. Maybe I would do that.
Because then I feel like if we evolve to that, though, it would kind of go back to what's happening on Earth, right? Holy shit,
that was loud,
bro.
Right? I wonder if that picked that up.
Certain, I guess, species, right, would be protecting their resources because I'm sure we would probably need them for something. Yeah. And then it would just turn into what's going on at war, like, or on Earth.
Jesus Christ.
I'm getting like sent signals to like stop talking about these ancient secrets. But I feel like it would just be Earth, but on a bigger scale.
Yeah. I feel like our solar system is like it's our solar system, so we'd probably colonize all these planets, or the ones that we mostly can. Some would probably be turned into like mining colonies and shit. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yeah, we don't really live there. We just people live there, but like you don't want to live there. You know what I mean? Like kind of like during the gold rush, like when everyone moved out to California and there was just strictly like mining towns.
Yeah.
To just mine as bunch of gold as they can, and you got like those towns where everybody died from like TB just because they were in mines all day.
Just fucking,
you know what I mean? Like
Merc
there's gonna be planets like that, but then I feel like in the longevity of things, like when we start to move outside of our solar system, then it's like, well, we can't regulate this anymore, and these people also can't, so it's kind of like we got to learn how to coexist.
It's got tricky, bro.
It's gonna get so tricky because it's gonna be like, oh, well, let's go to war, and
but then what's the greater purpose, right? What's the big picture here? We're expanding out of our solar system.
We just want to have more, bro. That's it,
right?
Well, that's what happens on Earth, bro. Like, you know what I mean? When they were like, when countries were fucking Genghis Khan, he just wanted more all the time, so he would just. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it's just shit like that, or like how the English would go around and like colonize all these people. Like, bro, we just are a greedy species where we just want more all the time.
We want more, and we don't want it to end.
Yeah,
That's it. Because essentially, why would you go out of Earth?
Bro, life itself is essentially gluttony. You know what I mean? People like to act like it's only specific to food. Nah, bro. Like humans are just like gluttonous people. Don't even know if that's the actual word for it.
Why do you have kids? To continue your DNA, right?
Because you want more of you out in the world.
Why do you fucking
that's fucked, bro. When you look at it
that way, right?
When you look at it like that.
Even like when it comes to work, yeah, some people are more lazy than others. Some people don't give a fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're the ones that are right. Who knows? But like we work to be better, to have a better life, to have
get
more
money,
to
be able to buy more things, and you just want more all the time. Everybody does. I don't believe that there's a single person that says, no, I don't want anything like that. No, everyone wants.
What's the point of living then?
More of, and it doesn't matter what it is, bro. It could be the most minuscule thing, or it could be the most major thing. It all depends on like the kind of lifestyle you live, right? Like you always want more of one specific thing. Doesn't matter what it is.
Could be money, could be time.
People that love playing fucking video games, bro. They love buying games. You know what I mean? Like when I worked at GameStop, like there was a guy that would come in every week, buy like 4 or 5 games.
And just run through all of them.
A lot of the times he wouldn't even fucking play them. Sometimes he would trade in a game and be like, yeah, like I didn't even get to play this. When did you buy it? Oh, like 3 years ago. I bought it when I bought this and that. It's
6 cents.
Bro, like dead ass. Like 6 cents is the best I can do. But like people, like when you find, it's like when you have a hobby, right? Mm-hmm. Like when you like something, you want more of that one thing. Like it's not a hobby if you just fucking like buy one thing of it and that's it.
It's crazy.
Feel me?
That's maybe what differentiates us from animals, right? Because animals survive and they go off instinct and they just live their life with what they need, right?
Yeah.
But we have that now factor that we're like thinking and we're like conscious and we're like, fuck, like we're so important.
Yeah.
And we just, like you said, we want more. We need more.
Well, even like, bro, animals, right? Like a lion. Like they'll go and they'll kill like a fucking gazelle or whatever, or take down a zebra. He'll feed, like the lion will feed his belly first, and then the rest can go and eat it.
And then there's us that it's April 20th on an evening, and we just go to fucking Heart Sushi,
and we just stuff our faces.
We eat even after we're full.
Yeah, dessert, bro.
Bro, I will sit at a sushi spot. My stomach's gonna burst, and I'll be like, I could probably do some more sashimi.
Yeah, 50 is never enough.
I'm disappointed in us, bro.
Bro, like humans are just so.
But maybe,
like, dude, we're so brick.
We are brick. So humans are pretty brick.
It's so brick.
I just don't think that, like, you know, the original ways, right? Like, maybe technology made us this way, because when you think about it, before in the pioneer times, or like, I guess it's hard to say, because then you could go back to the Egyptian times or like the Mayan times. Or the kings want more. They
well, there's always one motherfucker that wants everything, right? And that's usually like
the top dog.
I feel like it was more known in. Actually, I can't even say that because I don't know much about like native era kind of history of us outside of North America. But like, because so like, I don't know exactly how like the Mayans did it, or like the everyone else down in like South America, but like the Egyptians and like the English and all that stuff, like there was always one person that ran everything. They always wanted to like collect more, you know what I mean? There was more of like a general pyramid like of status, whereas like here in North America it was like with the tribes and stuff, it was like you had your elders because they were the smartest ones, and then everybody else was fairly neutral, you know what I mean?
True.
Some people had specific jobs because they were better than the others at this, but essentially it was very like all the men did one specific thing, all the women did another specific thing, and whatever they would do when they would bring it together, it would make it so it was good for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think just it's the way, the wanting more and needing to do more. It's kind of essential for us to evolve as a humanity, because
which is bittersweet,
which is a double-edged sword,
Yeah.
right? Because like you said, bittersweet. It's with technology, we need more. We got to get better.
Yeah.
It'll improve us, but it's also our downfall, man.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, man. We're entering a weird era.
We're entering a backwards fucking era, bro, especially with the internet, where it's like you get penalized more for saying something than doing something. And
Crazy.
which is absolutely
fucked. Free speech is kind of non-existent
it's not.
anymore. Like
It's not.
It's not a thing anymore.
It's not.
It is. Okay.
It is, but it isn't.
Free speech is available where it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
right? Because the world revolves around the internet and the media now, right?
But even then, you need to be anonymous for you to truly have free speech on something like IG or Twitter.
Or
right?
be on a platform that isn't fucking controlling that the masses are using.
Yeah.
Right? So, because you could technically go to fucking Young and Dundas,
Start preaching some
start preaching
out-of-pocket shit.
out of pocket
Yeah.
shit. Like there are people that do so.
Yeah.
And whatever, people will be like, shame on you, or
Yeah.
fucking, okay, this guy's crazy, but you can still keep doing it unless it's like,
Unless you're enticing violence.
exactly.
Which a lot of people, bro, like to mix up the line of like actually enticing violence as opposed to someone just saying something and you think they're enticing violence just because you don't like what they're saying. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people tend to fucking not know where the line is, and they think like, oh, well, you're saying this about this, so you're trying to get everyone to start a riot. It's like, not
No,
really.
no.
Like that's not the case at all.
You know what I was thinking, Gabe?
What?
It's just crazy how we've evolved to the point where we are making noises out of our mouths, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like these things, let's erase all human knowledge or history and keep saying what we're saying. These sounds mean nothing,
Yeah.
right? But these sounds that mean nothing have evolved to meaning something, right? And certain noises you make out of your mouth
Yeah.
can affect the emotions of other people.
Which is crazy.
Which is-
And that's not even your actions aren't affecting.
No, I'm
It's-
just
You're
like,
making noise and somebody feels like, okay, you know, I gotta put you in jail, bro. Like, cause and it's
So,
like,
yo, there
like-
could be an alien that could come, doesn't understand what we're saying. We
Yeah.
could literally be like,
Yeah.
and you're getting pissed.
yeah,
And I could literally go to jail for what I just said to you,
yeah,
because you could, right?
it's fucked.
I could say that I'm gonna kill you, right?
Mm-hmm.
In an actual situation, and then this shit goes to court, and they use that against you.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's attempted murder. Well, not really,
Hey,
because
it's,
I would have to have an action.
yeah.
What is it? Mens rea, all that shit, right?
Yeah, you'd have to physically
Actus rea,
do
all
something.
that shit.
But like, if you say it, it's like there's an intent. Wait, but it's like the intent. Like, how real is this? Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, no,
like,
let's change it up. Maybe not murder, but like if someone says I like a certain type of people,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's in society there's certain people you can't like, right? Based off age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or based off, I don't know. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty much the only one. But back to it, like it's just a sound.
It's just, yeah, and it's crazy, bro, because like everybody will find something to like be offended by, or it would be like, and also you're not allowed anymore, bro, to just dislike something just because you don't like it. You know what I mean? Or you're not allowed to really like something just because you really like it, because then people are like, oh, you're fucked. And it's like Like
There's certain things you can't like.
No, there's no 100%.
Right?
There's a general thing like where it's like, hey, well, no, this is wrong. But like some people, I've seen people like get bashed on like IG and Twitter because like they will have like, well, I'm attracted to fucking white girls or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, why don't you like this? And it's like, well, fucking like, bro, you like what you like. That's
bro,
it.
I love eating meat.
Yeah.
There's people out there that will literally be so pissed at me for saying that.
And it's like, well, you should do this. It's like, well, you should fucking eat my ass, bro. How about that? Like, I do, like, I like what I like. It's not hurting you. So why are you so upset and pushing your agenda onto me just because we don't see eye to eye? Like, that's fucking bonkers to me, bro.
One of the biggest power moves ever is not getting offended. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't get offended,
like,
you're blessed.
You're blessed. But the best part is don't get offended and let the person that is offended or cheese at you, they're just going to get even more mad. And then that's when you just got to, I like to just like, if someone's really cheese at me, like if like genuinely, and it's like, I know I didn't do anything wrong, they're just being offended. I like to just laugh at them, bro, because it's like, bro, you are so pressed about this. Like, you're so pressed. Like, I'm going to go home and sleep and you're going to be up at night because you're upset because of my opinion on something. Like, that's fucked, bro.
Why do you care so much?
Why do you care? Well, like, what does it matter? Like, is it stopping you from making money? Is it stopping you from having relationships with people?
No.
You know what I mean? Like, seeing your am I stopping you from seeing your family just because I like meat? No, bro. Like, so why are you crying?
Let me cook my fucking steak, medium rare, with the side of chicken wings.
Yeah. And maybe a lobster tail.
I'm going to eat that shit.
Yeah.
Do I want to see it die? No. Does it taste blessed? Yes. Yeah. Fuck off.
Fuck off. Am I eating way more than I should? No. You know what I mean?
Depends.
Like, if we're talking like sushi, that's one thing, but you gotta remember, it's one fish, bro.
Realistically, the amount of sashimi we eat is about a whole fish.
Exactly.
So think about it that way.
So we're literally, which would make the most sense. If we went fishing and we caught a fish, we're not just gonna be, oh, you know what? Like 9 pieces. This is about it. Let's just toss the rest in the lake. No, we're not gonna do that.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's fucked. But I just want to quickly backtrack for a second because we were talking about how your action or your words now can have more of a repercussion than your actions. So Alex Jones, right?
Mm-hmm. If you don't know him,
know him.
You
Google him. You're not gonna find him on IG or Twitter, or he literally has to have his own platform just because people disagree.
Like,
with
literally
him.
Own website,
his own website, and that's where you get his content from. He has been right about a lot of things, but he has also been wrong about a lot of things. But so it's also very pick and choose. That's another thing that I will go down after. But so Alex Jones, right? When the Sandy Hook shooting happened, way back then, it was like, I think 2008. Absolute fucking tragedy, right?
Yeah, first of all, I was absolutely horrible.
Like, that was fucked. No one should ever... That should never happen at all. You know what I mean? Like, that should never happen, like, to kids, bro. Like, it shouldn't happen in general, but it definitely should never... Kids should never be a victim of that shit.
Nah, because they're helpless, bro.
They're like, they can't...
And you're in the safest environment, too, which is, like, school.
You go somewhere to learn new things, bro, and now you have to fucking worry about... Like, that should never happen.
That pisses me off.
As, like... Anywhere around the world, bro, like, everyone should always feel safe if you go to, like, school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're in kindergarten all the way up to grade 12 or even college, university. You should always feel safe because you're literally there to better yourself. And sometimes you feel like you're being forced to go there. I know I've been there because when your parents want you to do shit. But, like, at the end of the day,
it's a safe place.
It should always be a safe place. So
and other places too, and anywhere else too. Like when there's a senseless murder, like that's horrible. Killing is wrong.
General, it should never happen.
Killing is wrong. There's some situations where killing is right.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
No, and I agree with you. Like, if someone came in and started shooting and I happen to have a gun on me, I'm taking them out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to let someone continue to cause fucking havoc when I can just put them out. Which also, do you see how that happened at a church? Like, this was years back.
Oh, and the guy actually, one guy was strapped, and he actually saved bare people.
And he fucking took the guy out. God bless his soul. Bro, that guy should never pay for a meal for the rest of his life.
Because he literally saved at least 30 people's lives.
He should never pay for a meal ever again.
But yeah.
My bad. I had to do a quick break. My nose was getting runny.
But yeah, killing someone with a purpose.
Yeah, like if someone is doing something with a purpose that is evil, and you can do something with a purpose that's right or like a good purpose, yeah, 100% you should take
It's in
that.
desperation.
Yeah.
Because
like,
you have no choice.
Don't sit around helpless when you have the tools to be able to stop that. You know what I mean?
Do I want to kill this person? No. But if I do, am I going to say 50?
I feel like everybody should always think about it, like, especially in a situation. I mean, down in the States, if you're already walking around with a strap, you're going to be about it. Actually, I can't even say that because some people like to act like they're about it. And then at the end of the day, if they have to take that shot to save somebody, they're not going to. I get it's definitely not for everybody, but you should always like know, like be prepared to have to save the day if you are like you live in an open carry or concealed carry state. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to be regretful.
Like don't not do the right thing because you might feel like shit, and then 9 people get laid out, and now you gotta including your family. Well, you should always think about it as like, I'm going to stop you because if I don't, you might cause harm to myself or my family. That's how you should always look at everything. And you know what I mean?
And if you weren't a lunatic and fucking because the whole thing is like, oh, guns kill people. No,
the people that because oh, man, that's a fucking cheese right
Let's change it, right?
Yeah.
Let's change it completely. He doesn't have a gun. He has a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He walks into a place that many people are in, starts fucking senselessly stabbing people, right? Yeah. So we're taking the gun
I'm not smiling at the thing. I'm just thinking about like, the struggle to say the word, like the Robert Pattinson thing. Oh, my bad. But
look, if you listen or you watch, you know I'm gonna have some Tourette's.
And you know what? It's okay because nobody's perfect and doesn't matter.
This message has been brought to you by Starbucks.
Definitely not.
If you're hungry,
okay, definitely
thirsty,
not with the conversation we're having, bro.
Okay,
like Jesus Christ. But I agree with you. If you are senseless, oh Jesus Christ, senselessly committing a violent act, and someone else can stop that person. Try and stop.
We just literally gave a scenario where a mass killing can happen without a gun.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Everyone likes to be like, oh, guns are the issue. It's like, if that were the case, then maybe the UK wouldn't be having a stabbing pandemic.
Literally, bro.
You know what I mean? Like that. And I don't understand. Like, I've had debates with people where they're like, no one should be allowed to have a gun at all. And I'm like, you're actually fucking fried. You're fried. If someone breaks into my house and I have a gun and they can cause harm to my family, I got my wife, my kids in there, I'm laying you out, bro.
Bro, that's just like
I'm laying you out.
It's like the crazy guy in Toronto that fucking rented out a budget truck.
Yeah. Ran over people, right? The ramming incident?
Yeah, and then downtown killed 10 people just because he was psychopath.
Yeah. If you want to kill someone, you can kill somebody.
Yeah.
End of story. It doesn't matter how you're going to do it, but if you have the intention to kill somebody, you're going to kill someone. And a lot of people don't like to talk about that. They like to talk about what was used. And especially if it's a gun. Mm-hmm. Oh, we have a gun problem. We have this. We need to ban all these kinds of guns. It's like...
A gun is easier, but the crazy person is still going to figure it out.
They're going to find a way, bro. They will find a way.
Take out all the guns from Earth. Do you think murders are going to decline? Maybe a little bit, but they're still going to happen.
Gun murders will decline 100%. But if they start buying it illegally, which a lot... That's
eliminate guns in total.
No, I know what you mean.
There's other weapons, bro.
Yeah, there's other weapons. Bro, fucking somebody like a couple months ago here in the GTA got murked with a crossbow, man. You don't need a firearms license to buy a crossbow. We could go right now to
Canadian Tire.
Or Canadian Tire, and we could buy a crossbow, me and you, right now. And we would have a crossbow, and that's just it. We can essentially now go hunting as well. You don't need a firearms just to hunt. You can use crossbows. You could use like a traditional like compound bow. Doesn't matter. If you really want to, bro, you're gonna commit a crime and you can take someone's life. It doesn't matter if you have a gun or not. It's fucked. But just to where my original point began about how you can now be like how actions are words are starting to outweigh actions or whatever the fucking way I said that. So with Alex Jones, right? He said some stuff how back in the day, because there was some really weird and all honestly, weirdly weird coincidences with some of the parents from the Sandy Hook shooting. They were at one place.
And the people from the Batman shooter too.
Yeah.
Like they're interviewing the same people,
people. But
this is not like, this is literally out
this is facts
on the
like,
internet.
and you could see it, you could watch the interviews and shit, you know what I mean? It's fucked, like,
which is weird.
the coincidence was incredibly weird. And like Alex Jones has said a lot of things that are very out of pocket, but like he's been able to prove it. A lot of people like to just be like, nah, he's lying. But then that's the thing, like with the internet, they jump on the first thing where it's like, oh no, you're wrong. And then when the truth comes out that you're right, everyone's quiet. There's never a follow up. You know what I mean? The news never was like, oh, you know what, so and so was right. Like, no, you never see any of that. They want to stick to the fact that you were wrong. You said something fucked up, and then that's it. Now we're gonna move to the next story. Doesn't matter if you are proven that you were right. They're not gonna go back to that because they don't want to backtrack and look fucking stupid, because they're in such a rush to put out some sort of like headline or article or whatever that
100%.
they don't give a fuck about actually fact checking shit.
And they know a lot of people actively, purposely listen to him, so they feel threatened, right? By some of the things. Some of the things are true, some of the things aren't, right? But he got absolutely annihilated by the court. He got absolutely destroyed, bro.
So I don't. Okay, so
do you know the total he got sued for? It's
like 980 something million. Essentially, it's $1 billion. Let's just round up. Which it's money he does not have, bro.
So realistically, right? That's what you got annihilated with, right? So who needs $1 billion from saying something out of pocket?
You know what's fucked up? And I don't know if this is the because I saw it on Twitter from like a fairly like reputable like source and shit. Do you know the Hodge twins?
I know.
Think it was them. They do a lot of shit where like they just like debunk and like call it. They're like Steven Crowder and like kind of like Rogan in terms where like they're like, okay, like that's bullshit. That doesn't make sense. That's a lie. They're like kind of in like that crowd. If I'm not mistaken, they said that the actual shooter was fined up to like I think 1.2 million. To pay back. Take that in. Take that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What you just told me is the killer,
the guy that went into a movie theater, or sorry, the school,
killed all these hopeless
children,
got penalized $1.2 million
and like life in jail or whatever. Some shit. Whatever.
Did he kill himself or?
I can't remember exactly what.
Regardless,
it was, bro. I'm pretty sure he got fined. Like that was his fine. Like that's what like the tweet like broke down because they were saying how like it's because someone was saying, I think it was actually J.K. Rowling, bro, tweeted like, oh this isn't enough, like blah blah blah. It's like there should be more. I hope this breaks him. It's like, okay, yeah, you're charging a guy that used his words to say something, didn't entice violence, just straight up said this is mad fucking weird, obviously in more insane terms. But then the person that did the crime, okay, yeah, they might be jail, whatever. Because I honest to God don't know exactly what ended up happening. I mean, I remember, but I don't remember. Mm-hmm. But then that person got charged like less than like 2% of. Like, how fucked is that? Bro, how fucked is that?
This world's weird, man. Like,
that's just so backwards.
It's so backwards. I understand, like, if maybe if it all comes down to offending people. Yeah. Right? So essentially, he got fucking penalized almost $1 billion for offending people. Yeah. Going back to our topic of how words, freedom of speech is over. Words are essentially more consequential than certain actions, right? Like some actions are terrible, but it's fucked, man. It's a scary world.
It's fucked up, dude. Like you can literally say something and not commit a crime and have sometimes a worse outcome than someone that commits a crime. You know what I mean? Like that's fucked up.
Incredible.
Like even the shit with Kanye West. The bank is now just gonna not want to like take his money. Like a bank, people that charge interest out the ass, fucking just take from people. They're gonna be like, you tweeted some stuff. We're not gonna.
It's scary. It's scary, man.
That's fucked up, bro.
It's scary, like to know the entities that have control over our lives, right? Because essentially everything we own or we are is monitored or secured by entities, right? So like the bank controls our money, the government controls our freedom. Yeah,
like, the government controls the property that you have your house on, and then the bank gives you the money to buy the house. And if you don't pay it back, the bank will take it.
And you know what's twisted? I saw something online that apparently Canada has land, obviously, because it's a country.
Yeah, like crown
But
land.
the royal family owns like 60% of the Canadian land. So essentially,
I'm
like
not surprised,
a lot
bro.
of so technically, like all these houses and all this land that's in Canada, a majority of it is actually not Canada's. So like you don't own your home.
You
Or
own your home. Well, it's the same thing with leasing land, right? Like you buy a home, you live in that home, you pay like lease on the land, and then if they decide one day, yeah, we're just gonna
build a fucking casino.
we're gonna literally uproot you to build a fucking Walmart. You gotta leave, dude. Like that's it.
Here's a mill, but fuck your family history.
Yeah, and we're gonna relocate you to somewhere where it's now gonna be more expensive. We're not gonna just give you a house.
This is getting dark, bro.
Bro, it's fucked up, man. Like, and the royals too, bro. They got money, bro. I saw that the king inherited this fucking house that's like $900 million. Like this
For
whole
what
fucking
reason,
land
bro?
on like
Makes me sick.
200K, like acres or some shit. Like it's fucked, bro.
Yo, kind of. This is getting me a little scared, bro.
Hey, man, it's October.
But
Spookfest, doc.
you know, back to our cryopreservation, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you something cool about that. So there's a list of celebrities that are like
On that list.
on the list that they're like freeze me,
Yeah.
right? One of the ones that I noticed that was the funniest to me is Seth MacFarlane.
Really?
Yeah, he's like down to get frozen.
I'm not surprised. He's kind of a little freak, bruh.
He's a little freak,
He's a little
especially with that masterpiece he created, bro.
Which one?
Family Guy, because I know he has a couple, right?
Yeah,
But that's
it's hard for that guy to miss, bro. Low key.
so hard.
He even got out of dying in 9/11. He was supposed to be on one of the planes.
Oh my goodness.
Same with Michael Jackson. Like Michael Jackson, or no, I think Michael Jackson was supposed to be in one of the towers. I think Seth MacFarlane missed his flight.
He should have got frozen.
MJ?
Yeah.
You know, before he died, he was doing that shit like the incubation tubes that you sleep in with a mask and whatever
Oh, yeah,
to help
yeah.
you live like till you're 100 and all that shit.
Damn, bro.